Yes, children. So I was just explaining about the British or East India Company, how they started to rule our country. Okay. So the main idea, they came to India with the idea of trade. So after that, what happened? They started with the, the monopoly kind of trade. That means the only one company will be having power to control the trade. No other people will be having rights to do so. Okay. So finally what happened? The East India Company only had the sole power of the trade. Whatever the rules it has to make, only by the East India Company they have to make rules. And along with that, the fixing of prices of the goods, all those things. Okay. So the company became involved in politics and acted as an agent of British imperialism in India. So finally what happened? The company, not only they started to, make the sole ideas, rules for the, the trade, they started even to involve in the politics. Okay, because we were having the monopoly kind of administration only. Okay, so finally what happened? They started with to involve in the politics also, because we were following the autocracy kind of administration. That means the kings and the queens were ruling the country. Okay, so that's the reason what happened. Slowly the East India Company started to involve even in the politics, and then they started to act as an agent of British imperialism in India. Guys, this is very much important concept, imperialism. So this is the main reason for the First World War. Guys, remember, the imperialism is one of the main reason for the First World War. So imperialism means what? One single country will be controlling many other countries, like the colonies. So British was controlling India and other many Asian countries and the African countries. Okay, so they started to become like even the agent of this British imperialism in India from the early 18th century to the mid 19th century. Okay, so only when we got the independence, children, it's exactly in the year of 1947. Till that they were maintaining this imperialism. So by the end of the Second World War only, the many countries became free from this colonism. Okay, then only they started to adopt this democracy and all those things. So we'll see all those things in detail in your 9th standard, children. Okay, children? Very good. See, the activities of the company in China in 19th century also served as a catalyst for the expansion of British influence there. So finally what happened? Not only in India, even this activity spread over the even other countries also. So whatever the activities of this East India Company started to spread even to the China also in the 19th century. So also served as a catalyst for the expansion of British influence, even the China also. So guys, you people understood, right? So the main idea of this British people, why they came to India, understand? And they started with the monopolistic trade body, and then they started to slowly involve even in the politics, and they became like an agent of this British imperialism. Guys, remember what is the meaning of imperialism? Okay, children, let's move on to the next thing. See, the official of East India Company riding in an Indian procession. So you can see that, they started to rule the country. Politically also they started to become stronger. Yes, children. Yes. So history is referred to span of time. So in the beginning only I explained you people. So once we start thinking about history, yes, we'll be thinking, main thing comes to our mind is dates. Exactly. So here they are telling that, see, we can't determine a specific date when British rule was started, as it happened over a span of time. So just now I explained you in the previous slide what happened. The British people came to India with the mind of trade, but when they started to rule the India exactly, that time span we cannot determine exactly. Yes or no? So that is the reason what happened. The exact times will not be remembered by the people. So that's the reason we need to remember such a time span. See, that is what here they are telling. See, similarly, we developed a taste of drinking tea over a period of time. So, the taste of tea, when the tea was invented, what exactly the date? Do you people can remember? No. And for example, when this railways has been started, what is the ideology before the railways, how we were traveling? So all those questions comes to your mind. Okay. So that is the reason we will be keeping a track of time. Okay, children. So for this and all, we'll not be getting the answers. When exactly the British rule started in India, there is no proper time for that or the date for that. And exactly when we started to taste the tea, drinking of a tea, when we have been started this, no idea for that. At the same time, if we start seeing at the railway station, the railway tracks, we will start wondering when exactly it started. All those things. Okay. For that, we'll not be getting the exact answers. See, children. So, the past versus present state of history. So, whatever the earlier history which has already happened and what is happening at present, there is a wide and a huge gap. Yes or no, children? See, the earlier history was associated with string of dates. So exactly earlier and all, we were maintaining a proper exact times or the date, that we'll call it as a earlier history was associated with, yes, string of dates. This was because history used to keep a track of battles and the big events. So as I told you people, what happened in history, we'll be studying much about the wars and about some big events which has happened. So that's the reason we'll be keeping the dates. And then at present, history is a wider concept which includes how and what concept. So that means at present we can see how people earned their livelihood, what did they produce and what did they eat. Understand? So these are all the questions we can see at present. But earlier and all, we were just seeing about the dates. That means what exactly, when exactly this events, the big events or the battles or the wars happened. Okay, children? Yes. Criteria to select a set of dates. This is very much important. Just remember, children. See, dates become important when we assume that a particular set of events are important. Yes or no? So, dates are very much important when we start imagining or assuming that a particular set of, the events are important. So, for example, the World War. It is very, one of the very much important event that has happened in a world. So, when it has started exactly? So, this and all is very much important to maintain the dates. Okay, children, see, most of the history in India was written by British historians. These historians started writing with the rule of first Governor General Warren Hastings and ended with the last Viceroy, that is Lord Mountbatten. So here what happens in India, the maximum history was written, or Indian history was written by the British historians only, British people only. So that time, how they started to write? They did not mention any exact, the dates and all. They started to maintain Indian history based on the Governor Generals, the East Indian Company's Governor Generals. Okay, so they started the writing with the first rule of the Governor General, that is the Warren Hastings. So we can see Indian history. The first they have started with the British people, that is General Governor Warren Hastings, and ended with the last Viceroy administration, that is Lord Mountbatten. Okay children, you have to remember these two names. That's very much important. The Warren Hastings was the first Governor General of India. Okay children, and the Lord Mountbatten was the last, the Viceroy. Okay children, so the Indian history was mainly written by British historians. Yes children. Next, let us see about the Warren Hastings. So as I told you people, he was the first Governor General of India. See, he became the first Governor General of India in 1773. So once this British people started to rule our country, once they started to enter in the politics, they started to rule our country. That is the reason they started with the Governor Generals. Okay, in detail and all we can see in our next classes. They started with the, the identical rules, some different kinds of rules, and they started to exploit our, the Indians, all those things. Okay, see, Warren Hastings was the competent, honorable and foresight administrator whose policies, while some, the controversial, distinctly shaped and stabilized future Anglo-Indian relations. So finally what happened, as we know that in India also, once this British people started to rule, do you think all our Indians were quiet? No. Again they started to revolt against the British administration. Yes or no? So that time under what happened? He was a competent, honorable and foresighted and administrator. He was a very good administrator, he was a very good competitor, and he has got his own policies towards the trade, all those things. Okay children. And he tried to stabilize the future Anglo-Indian relations. So stabilize means what? To maintain this consistency relationship among the Anglo-Indians. Okay, see here. The controversy surrounding his administration made him the subject of impeachment and trial in Great Britain. So finally, whatever the controversies, so in his administration also there will be some controversies. So due to his the controversies surrounding him, the administration made him to subject in impeachment. So finally he sent to the trial in the Great Britain. So again we can see his times period. See, from 1773 to 1818 he was ruling India. He was a first Governor General of India. Okay children, fine, then let's go for recapitulation. Children, hope you all understood the concept. If any doubts, just let me know. I am there to clarify all your doubts. Okay, let me ask you the first question, that is, what is history? Yes children, what is history? Yes, exactly, you people are correct. That is the study about the past, the past events which has happened, and there is a the small the changes which happened from past to present over a period of time. We'll call it as a history. And the next one, why do we associate history with a string of dates? You have to explain what is the reason. Okay, and then history is synonymous with, of course you all know that it is very much important, that is dates. And then dash were fascinated with the dates. What? Early histories were fascinated with the dates. And then write a note on Warren Hastings. You have to write about him. And then by what criteria do we choose a set of dates as an important? So this is very much important question. What are the criteria will be considered to choose a set of dates as a important? Okay children. And then hope you all understood the concept. Have a nice day. If any doubts, please let me know children. Thank you. Have a great day.